Now you're probably seeing me backwards. And now I have to pull this up. Oh, God, help me. All right, let's end that stream. And let's go over to Life with the Wolfies. Oh, and I got to turn this off. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, I'll be right with you. I just got to get it going here on my channel. All right.
Make your browser fast.
This is a great little speaker Howie bought me.
Make your browser Chrome.
Listen to how loud it
Choose
gets.
Google Chrome for your computer.
That's pretty fast or pretty loud. Okay, now.
Some of the most brilliant minds in business. No, not you. Or
okay. Okay, now. Let's do this. Hello. Okay, let's just get things going here. Let me do this. I'm sorry, things are happening at a weird rate right now. Okay, let's set the goal. Maybe I'm not supposed to do them today. I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay, now let's pop out the chat. Oh, and we're starting all over again. I'm backwards now, aren't I? Am I backwards? Because I'm on my phone. Happy Monday, everybody. Today is... That's not going to make any difference. I was looking at my tripod. I'm really sorry about this, but I'm getting used to the new webcam. And for some reason, when the commercials came on, it was like, my webcam was like, I can't do it. So, I was telling you guys, Howie and I watched the movie Homestead last night. It wasn't bad, but it was a little simplistic for my taste. I watched a whole program. Hang on a second. But maybe I'll go live on Rumble and we'll talk about it there. Okay. It's sage, folks. It's sage. Okay, now, today's cards, if anybody should want one, are the Soul's Journey, the Animal Oracle cards, the Universe Has Your Back, and the Energy Oracle cards. Let me get this back here so it's not hanging in my face. Hey. So, now, everybody say hello. I'm going to finish, let this burn. Everybody say hello. I'm going to go behind the fan. Everybody say hi so that we can, so that I can shout everybody out and say hello back, okay? April. Thank you. I don't know why it says 25 and then 5, but thank you very much. Do you want a card, April? Pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you just want to tip, and I'm not asking you to, but if you just want to tip and you don't want a card, just say no card, please. Or if you don't want a card, you can ask me absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. If the question is crude, like the bots were doing, then, No, that's okay. Number 2, you got the animal oracle cards. Okay, let me just get these a little more organized because I don't have my mat out here. These cards, it's okay. $5 is more than enough, sweetheart. Whoa, there we go. April, your card is the squirrel. And if you notice, he's hanging out with a couple of chickadees. And it says here, you are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future. Life will give you what you need. And we were just talking about being prepared, being prepared. The world is, I'm getting here, April, that you are working really, really hard at your security. But you need to play a little bit too. All right? There's no such thing. What's the point of living? Are you having any fun? You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, what, Jack? Hi, Jack. Hey, Pam. I can't stay. I have a conference call with my daughter at the hospital where her father is. My daughter needs my calm question. Absolutely, sweetheart. Absolutely. You go right ahead, darling. Okay. I'm glad to hear it. Trying to figure out which one. Yes, this is live. I'm sorry. You know what? Give me a minute. I'll go back and I'll delete the other lives. Let's just hope I don't mess up and then just screw up again. This is where all the lives are going to be. Okay, now let me just manage the videos here. And live. And then we'll get rid of these 2. More actions. Delete. Yes. Because I don't want people... Come on. Delete. Sorry, I can't see the chat at the moment. Oh, no, I don't want to delete that one. That's the one we're on, I think. Okay, no, that's not this one. Okay. It's not letting me delete. Okay, so let me just do that. Yes. Okay, now and this one. Okay. All right. So now there should be no confusion as to which live you need to be on. Okay. There we go. Hi, Desert Lady. Okay. That's wonderful. Hello. Regarding Rumble in that year, that having your own placeholder video is optional. Rumble will add a placeholder video for you. Will they really? Because I wanted to record one and my webcam wouldn't record with my editing software. It's really weird. Well, that's because that's what the goal is. It's only a $5 goal. So you don't have to give me $25. I think the way it works is you would have to do it more than once. And then, and once is enough. Once is more than enough. Exactly, Linda. Exactly. Well, Desert Lady, you have a wonderful day. Okay, so here's what's going on. Everybody say hi. Let's start that again. Everybody say hi. And then we'll go from there. Honey. Don't do that. You already gave me a tip. You already gave me a tip, and I've already read your card, darling. Thank you very, very much. Okay, news. In the news, Wendy's still in the hospital. She is, they're trying to, they're now listing her as not congestive heart failure, but congestive heart disease. And her blood pressure keeps bottoming out. And that's really frightening to me. Her blood pressure keeps bottoming out. She's having a diverticulitis attack, or she's suffering diverticulosis right now. And they're keeping her in the hospital. They're trying to get her organized where she can go home. Personally, I think Wendy needs to live in a facility where she has more care on a regular basis. All chocolate is high. I know last year they said there would be a shortage. Yeah, thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Now, has everybody said hello? Oh, it looks like that we're going to get some rain. I got outside just in time. We're going to get some rain. My front beds are in. That's a video later this week, probably on Wednesday. All right, everybody, let's pop out. Participants, excuse me. April, hello, thank you. Celeste, Cozy Rosie, Desert Lady, Happy Guy Jack, Jill Ellis. Jill Ellis, Joe Mama, Judy Kent. The name Jill Ellis stopped me for a second because I have family on Howie's side named Ellis. Judy Kent, Joe Mama, Kathy A. Sabato, K. Dean. It's got to be K. Dean. Sup, Laura? Leanne, Ken Young, Lena K, Linda Bob, Make Believe, Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Julie, hello, darling. Plain Jane, Rosie Slade, Suze B, Teresa Snyder, and Tina Elliott. All right, let's get back onto the chat. So, here's what's going on. I'm going to be doing live streams here a lot for the simple reason is I want to remind everybody that all new regularly scheduled videos that I'm going to be doing, whether it's cooking, whether it's gardening, whether it's working in the shop, whether it's projects, everything is now going to be on Life with the Wolfies. And Linda Bopp, yeah, it's Wendy, as in short for Winifred. What's going on? Haven't been on in a while. Hey, Carolyn. I fell at our campsite and broke your right ankle. Had surgery on 4th. Been in a cast ever since, still not able to walk on it. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. You know, I'm starting to wonder if we are being told not to work so hard this year. The weather's all screwed up. Do you know it's June 2nd? Oh, guess what? 35 years ago today, on this day, I was formally introduced to Howard. July 4th, we will have been hand-fast married 35 years on July 4th. Oh, Life with the Wolfies, right. So all regularly scheduled videos are going to be on Life with the Wolfies. So please, this channel is now reserved for live streams and occasional shorts. There's over 4,300 videos on this channel, and people can't navigate them. Okay? So please, if you want to watch regularly scheduled videos, no, I'm not moving all my videos over to Life with the Wolfies. All my new regularly scheduled videos are going to be on Life with the Wolfies. Candy, at the ER with my wife, possible DVT, waiting on results. What's DVT? What's DVT? I'm not, I'm not. Yeah. Oh yeah. You watch my old videos, you'll get revenue. I will get revenue, but it's just too big for people to navigate anymore, including me. So if you want to watch all my old videos, they're all in playlists. You go right ahead. And these ones will always be under live streams. Deep vein thrombosis. Isn't that a blood clot? Isn't that a blood clot, Carolyn? Candy, isn't that a blood clot? Hey, Christina. Absolute send prayers. But this is where our live streams are going to be. This is where when we're going to end with prayers from now on, we got to lift and lighten up the world. It's on us. It's on the light workers to lift and lighten, right? Okay. I got a month's supply of meat and chicken from Walmart on clearance. Chicken, 5-pound drumsticks. 2.20 and 2. Oh, wow. Well, I did a leftover makeover meal. You got one of them coming up on Life with the Wolfies. And did you see the ramp, how he's building me on Life with the Wolfies? He's taken my old carrier for my scooter. And it fits on the back of the coach. And then underneath, the trailer hitch for the race car will fit underneath. He's built legs for it. Like he's built a frame for it. And it's too sharp of a thing. So he's looking for another section he can add on to the ramp that will fold up so that it can be left out whenever we're parked and I can get in and out more comfortably. So, hang on a second. Okay, I froze it as soon as I got home. Good job. I'm so glad you are live. Hey, Laura, I need a distraction. I have had to have 3 bowel What? 3 bowel resections since 2008, and I'm experiencing the same symptoms again. I'm going to try clear fluids for a few days. Oh, baby, what is it with everybody's bowels this year? Everybody seems to... I have cooked chicken for the next 4 days. Oh, good for you. That is really, really, really painful. And this is something that Wendy's facing as well. But I don't know what they're going to do if they can't get her blood pressure and her congestive heart disease under control. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. But she has a section of her bowel that when, about 35 years ago, it was, she got a ganglion or something on one of her ovaries. And instead of it being a solid growth, it wrapped around her bowel. And every time it inflamed, it pushed liquid through, pushed the stuff through this wraparound, and it was creating a sac behind her hip, like in front of her hip, but behind, they couldn't see it. They couldn't see it with ultrasounds or anything. And this thing grew to 12 pounds. And what happened is it cut off her bowel. And when they operated, and she would have died if they hadn't done it in another 5 hours, she would have died. But when they opened her up, because it was behind all her bowels, when they opened her with the incision, her bowels went boom, and they come up like a mushroom over the incision. And that's when they found it. They found the thread from her ovary and it wrapped around her bowel. And they went, holy crap, look what's been hiding in here. And so that part of her, now when they got rid of that, They left the bowel to see if it would heal on its own, and it did. But any kind of stress like that creates scar tissue, right? And so this is the issue in her bowel where she has the most problems is getting around the scar tissue. And when things get backed up, the diverticuli get inflamed, and it's really, really not, she's not in good shape right now. She's really not in good shape. Jordan Rubin reversed Crohn's with diet. He wrote the Maker's Diet. It helps with other bowel issues. You know what the thing is we have to learn that not everything is the right solution for everybody. None of us should be pigeonholed into a box. Each one of us should be clearly looked after individually to what suits our bodies. For instance, and yes, everyone's like, oh no, you bought popcorn. Of course I bought popcorn. Oh yeah, my grocery videos are still going to be on here too, right? Oh no, you bought, yes. Let me explain. The popcorn I make for myself is air popped and buttered, okay? The popcorn, the 2-pound bag of popcorn that I ate while we were away is pre-popped and sprayed and coated with flavor chemicals. And it is so dry, and it's made to absorb into the kernel. So when I ate all that popcorn, it absorbed all the liquid in my bowels. And it just kept backing up and backing up and backing up. And because I was able to have small bowel movements around it until I got home, I had no idea. So popcorn at home has never been an issue for me. Okay? Never been an issue for me. But I'll never buy over-the-counter, pre-popped, chemically coated popcorn ever again. That's what I mean. I know I don't need to make excuses for my choices, but you guys, I understand the fear. Like, I understand the concern for me that a lot of people showed about the popcorn. But this is my reason this is why I'm explaining it. Because you did show concern, and you did sit with me for a week through the hospital, through diapers, through, chemical human dreno issues and stuff. It was a really, really hard slog. So I've learned my lesson. Popcorn's not the issue. Store-bought, over-the-counter, pre-popped, chemically coated popcorn is. I know I don't need to justify my choices, but people go, why do you have so much milk? Well, because Howie likes a glass of milk now and again. I cannot drink milk. I miss my goats. Well, my hands don't miss them. My knees, my back, none of that misses them. But my stomach misses the raw, fresh goat's milk. Oh, I could drink that stuff. Okay, if that's why, then I'm with you. Thank you, Tina. Well, I just want, I don't want to, I'm not really justifying myself. I'm letting people know the difference, right? Howie eats cereal. And we've gotten to the point where I used to make Howie breakfast and lunch every single day. And for years, he wouldn't eat lunch because he'd drink at lunchtime and stuff like that. But, for the last, we've been sober. Guess what today is? I'm 28 years sober today. I knew there was a reason for this date. Howie and I were formally introduced 35 years ago today. And today I'm 28 years sober from alcohol. Are you having any fun? So thank you. I just remembered that. See, this is me. When sobriety becomes a part of your life, right? And here's the deal. In the first 2 years of our sobriety, the first 10 years of our sobriety, Howie and I worked really, really hard at being active in AA. And I'm saying that now. I'm breaking my own anonymity, but I'll never break yours. But Howie and I worked really, really hard at, there were people, like I said, who were having bets in Howie's family that he'd be found dead in a ditch before he was 21, because he would take any drug, he would smoke any drug, he would drink any alcohol. I wasn't quite the same. I was a binge drinker, right? Doesn't make it any better. So, okay, Carolyn, good luck, sweetheart. We're praying for you. Oh no, I've been eating popcorn 2-3 times a week now. So thank you. Howie will be 28 years sober on Wednesday. I'm the 2nd. He's the 4th. I used to be June 1st, but then I remembered that's the day I had a wine cooler that day. So it's not June 1st. It's June 2nd. Thank you. Thank you. So I forgot what I was talking about that when I just remembered. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Absolutely. My dad was my mentor for AA. Well, Howie and I worked really, really, really hard. In the first year, we did something called, Howie did his right away, and then I did mine later in the second year, I believe. We did something called, it was a big book study, but it wasn't a study. It was an in-depth going through and working the entire big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. And women were separate from men because we had to work through, the list of our faults and the things we had to do and people we had to make amends to and why we had to make amends and the things we had to make amends for. And you had to be in a group that you really, really trusted. And when it came down to making a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all, and then all of these things, this got worked through. I think it took us 28 weeks. It was a 28-week thing where every Sunday we went and we worked through the big book. And then Howie and I also went ahead and we did a lot of service and meetings and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I was 10 years sober that I started noticing, I'm not disparaging AA at all. But some people come in and they do the first 3 steps. Now, there's 12 steps and 12 traditions for a reason. But they would work the 3 steps, feel like they were cured, and then they would, and personalities came to, in a lot of places, became more important than the principles of the program. So Howie and I backed away from it because we were seeing a lot of changes that weren't actually in the 12 traditions, right? So, wish they'd make what a movie? What, Little Man? Hey, Dave, how are you? In Yahoo Junction in Florida, right? My sister wrote a letter to each of us sisters and our mom, and we all framed her letters, and they were the best that our mother was able to see our sister sober, and we read her letter at her funeral. Oh, God. Hey, Rebecca. Yeehaw Junction. That's it. I was close. Yahoo, yeehaw. But the thing is what I'm trying to say is that Alcoholics Anonymous is a really great place. If you are, they say that a man's, let me put it to you this way, okay? A man falls in a deep hole, okay? And a church deacon comes along and tells him how to pray his way out of the hole, okay? And a politician comes along and tells him why he should never have gotten in the hole in the first place. Okay? And an AA member comes along and gets down in the hole with him and shows him how to get out. That's what AA does. And I recommend it for anybody who feels like they're in that hole where they cannot see their way out. Always, always, always in AA, you will find, you go to speaker meetings. If you're new, go to speaker meetings and sit in the back and listen. Somebody who speaks is going to tell your story. That's right. You know, you made these choices. It's your own fault. You know, but the way I look at it is prayer and advice is no good without example and action. Right? Hey, Sybil, how are you, honey? Oh, God love them. Oh, little men. Oh, little men. Yeah, that would be cool. I think they should make it into a movie. I do. I really do. That would be a cool movie. But if you get the chance to see Homestead, basically, you know, a bomb falls, people are prepared, and they have a homestead. But the reality is, you know, it's being prepared is all well and good, but you gotta also be prepared to look after the other people, or not. You know, you got to be prepared to defend what you have, unless you got what mixed up. Little man, maybe. What are the tests for fibromyalgia? Well, Rebecca, back in the day, there is, I don't know how many pressure points there are on your body. I can tell you where some of mine are, but they used to go and they would go over your body and find these pressure points and then push, and you'd go, the pain, right? Like I remember one, but they don't do that anymore, because what happens is, in order to verify that you have fibro with touching all these pressure points, you're actually throwing the person into a really bad fibro flare. So, when they did me in 2012, they did a physical test. Like they made me stand up and slide down and see how far I could slide my hand down my side, how far I could bend over. Could I move sideways? How did I turn my head? They assessed my mobility mostly. And then they assessed my pain, right? Where it is, how often it happens, and all that. And that's all I know. That was in 2012. It may be different now, because when I said to him, I said, okay, I've taken Tylenol. And he goes, why? I said, because you're going to do pressure points. He said, we don't do that anymore. He said, it's not good. We don't do that anymore. So got my green beans planted for me today. Well, my front beds are in, and you'll see the video. I did pretty good. You'll see the video, won't you? Listen, I'm going to go now because I have some editing to do. Remember, all new videos, gardening videos, cooking videos, coach videos, racing videos, they are all going to be on Life with the Wolfies. We are getting to the point where our whole life isn't about homesteading anymore. We're still going to do the best we can. We don't raise animals anymore. You know, we might someday, but until my knees are fixed, or I get shots. Thank you. I got to phone the doctor. I get shots in my knees. I can't function, right? It's June 2nd and only the front garden is in. And Howie's racing this weekend. So hopefully this week you know, how he's going to come home and turn over a couple of beds and fill a couple of beds each night this week so that I can follow along behind and plant them. Okay. It's been a rough spring, and but I'm still working at it. I've got in 14 tomato plants, approximately 25 to 30 celery plants, and 7 pepper plants, all in my front beds. All right. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And remember, all recorded and edited videos are now going to be on Life with the Wolfies. I will put the link for Life with the Wolfies into the description box below this video. There's only 3,600 people on there. So I'm really hoping you'll spread the word. Okay? Mwah! Take care. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Hey, do we want a prayer? Do we want a prayer? I'm going to wait because I know there's a delay. Yes, we want a prayer. Okay. This is where we come together, and doesn't matter what you believe. Okay? It doesn't matter what you believe. We come together and you connect to your faith or the source of your faith. And I will connect to the source of my faith, whom I choose to call God. And we will lock hands and lock hearts. And if you don't want to stay, there's no judgment. There is no judgment. This isn't for everybody. It's offered to everybody, but it's not necessarily for everybody. So let's take a nice deep breath. A couple of them, actually. There's a mosquito. Okay. And one more. Hey, God, source of all life and light. Thank you for bringing us together, God. Before I go any further, I want to say thank you, God, for giving me the strength I needed today to get the rest of my front beds done. Every bed I plant. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for my friends and my internet family and all of us who come together just to share and to be together in this sometimes really chaotic world. God, there's a lot of people out there struggling with the weather, struggling with their health, struggling to get their gardens in, struggling just to make sense of the chaos and the economic absolute crap show that's going on in the world right now. God, we know that the only way we can get through the darkness of chaos is to shine so brightly that the darkness parts before us. So God, we come before you and I lift everybody up who needs help. God, fill us so full of your love and your light. Pour it down over us like warm honey in the sun. May we shine with the light and the message and the love that you give us, God, so that we part the darkness, not just for ourselves, but for everybody around us. Thank you, God. Thank you for keeping us safe and full of love and light. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet, merry part, blessed be. Walk in the shining light of God's love. Peace be with you. Whatever language you use to connect with your faith, the language of love is always the first one that cuts through the fuzz and the noise. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you again soon. All right. Love you. Let me know if you want to continue with these live streams on a more regular basis. Okay. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Oh, I'm about to go live on Reading with Beverly Wolfe for the next section of these first 4 years. So I'll meet some of you over on Reading with Beverly Wolfe. All right. I love you guys. Mwah. Take care. God bless. Poke. Poke.